Go.
Hi, my name is Marge, and I'm a fairly new knitter in that I haven't knit for about 35 years, but this holiday season I decided to knit a couple scarves for my family, and now I have a friend who lives in a very cold climate, and I wanted to make her a nice warm scarf. So I thought I would do it in two colors in a knit one, purl one rib, but I couldn't find a pattern. I did find the Brioche pattern online that has the videos with no dialogue, and eventually I found Rebecca's pattern, and I want to express my appreciation to her and to Borealis Yarns for allowing her to publish their pattern. I decided to do it in chenille, and I picked a deep burgundy and sort of a claret red. I think that the pattern is probably easier, if you don't already know how to do it, if you use two more contrasting colors. Another reason I wanted to do the video is that I am a combined knitter or a continental knitter, I'm not sure which one, and it's a little bit more confusing for people who knit in that style. It took me a long time to really figure out what I was doing, and I had to rip out a lot of rows. So I'm going to give you some hints, and then knit the 4 rows of the pattern. You'll see if you look at Rebecca's pattern that it's a 4-row pattern. I'm going to call this side that is the claret red. This is my right side, and the side where the burgundy red shows is my off side. When you start, both on rows 1 and 3, both your yarns are going to be on the right side of your needle. Rows 1 and 2 are knit with the right side facing you, and rows 3 and 4 are knit with the off side facing you. So just even knowing that when it's on the right side, it's either row 1 or 3, and it's row 1 if the right side is facing you, and it's row 3 if the off side is facing you, that's going to help you out. Because if you start the 4-row pattern and you get interrupted, you don't know, unless you can figure that out, you really don't know where you are in the pattern. On rows 1 and 3, the stitches look like this. I'm going to, where you do the yarn over, I'm going to call that a double. So it's single, double, and because there's an odd number of stitches in the pattern, you end with a single. On any particular row, all the singles will be the same color, and on every row, all the doubles will be one of each color. I suggest that you check at the end of each row, because it's very, very easy to make a mistake with this pattern. You have to really pay attention with every stitch, and even then you can make mistakes. So we'll look again when I finish this row at what 2 and 4 are going to look like. On every row, you just do a regular knit of the first and last stitch. And rows 1 and 3, when you're using yarn 1, the second stitch is a normal stitch without the yarn over. Okay, so here we go. We're going to take your yarn 1, and for me that's the dark burgundy. I have a little bit of trouble just with that first knit stitch. So the first row is a purl, the second row is a knit, both on this side. And after you do the first stitch, the first double stitch on rows 1 and 3 are just normal, so there's my purl stitch. Didn't do the yarn over. All the slip stitches throughout the pattern are done with the yarn in front. So it's slip a stitch, yarn over, purl. Slip a stitch, yarn over, purl. And you just do that throughout the row. And because this is combined knitting, it's a little bit different than if you don't have the yarn over. You do the yarn over, hold it down, and this is not too different. You just put your needle through the back of the stitch and pull it through. And then the last stitch of every row is a normal knit. So now we'll look at what the stitches look like and we'll count them. When you're ready to do rows 2 and 4, the first 2 and last 2 of each row of those rows are single stitches, and they are the color of yarn 1. And our single stitches throughout are yarn 1 color. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,